From Omro down to Mayville, from Rosendale to the Ledge, and everywhere in between, it's time to get you caught up on everything happening in the Flyway Conference. This is the Flyway Focus Sport Report, your home for the best whip-around coverage of your favorite local teams. Now, with all the latest, here's Jordan King.
Good Saturday morning to you. It's arguably the most fun day of the winter sports season, certainly for basketball fans, and the Flyway has 4 teams competing today. It's sectional final Saturday for girls basketball around the state, which means Laconia Spartans are looking to punch their 4th straight trip to the Resch Center, and it's also regional final Saturday for the boys, and 3 Flyway teams find themselves playing for that regional plaque tonight. We'll start with the most important game of the day. Laconia makes the long trip to Evansville High School for a 1 p.m. tip against Edgerton. Edgerton is the top seed from the top half of sectional number 3, and we're ranked 7th in the final Division III coaches poll of the season. The Crimson Tide are 25-2 on the year and feature a balanced attack with 3 players averaging in double figures and another that averages 9.5 per game. Edgerton junior Marty Rebman is the best three-point shooter in Division III by a long shot by percentage, averaging an eye-popping 49.5% from deep this season. She's made 51 triples on just 103 attempts. The rest of their shooting stats not entered into WIS sports, perhaps trying to hide something. I don't know. The only common opponent between these 2 teams is East Troy, who Laconia blew out in the sectional semifinal. Edgerton lost to East Troy by 3 earlier this season. The Tide averaged just 58.7 points per game. Laconia, meanwhile, enters the game 23-4 and looking to do something special and cut down those sectional nets once again. Once again, tip time at 1 this afternoon in Evansville. If you can't make it, I'll be along on the call once again for Jeff's live streams. Over to the boys' side in regional rounds. 3 teams moved on to tonight's regional final round. St. Mary's Springs knocked off an athletic and pesky Manitowoc Lutheran team in the 4-5 matchup last night. 84-67 the final. Ben Baker was excellent. The junior led all scorers with 22, including some big-time three-pointers and solid guard play against the Lancers' pressure defense. Springs also got key contributions off the bench from guys like Jack Holtzman and Joey Kuhn. Both of those guys had 8 points as several starters battled with foul trouble. Baker says the Ledger's depth allows them to just keep going.
Like tonight, we were in foul trouble, so we didn't slow down because we had the guys to do it. And when we go deep into the bench, it's good because each guy can compete and do anything.
In addition to Baker's double-digit performance, Springs got 14 from Ben Anderson, 13 from Emmett Hune, and 10 from Noah Mowell. The Ledgers move on to play top-seeded Roncalli tonight at 7. Springs lost to the Jets earlier this year over the holiday break. Laconia jumped out quickly against Campbellsport and dispatched the Cougars for the 3rd time this year, 64-45 at the pit. Cash Farrell led the way with 24 for the top-seeded Spartans. Ethan Pino had 16 and Carter Bonlander added 12. Campbellsport got 3 double-figure performances on the night. Emmett Gonering had 11, Luke Pendowski and Carter Gellings each had 10. Winnebago Lutheran dropped a 74-55 home game against Xavier. Gannon Schwartz and Logan Ramchek went back and forth. Schwartz led all scorers with 28. Ramchek had 27, but Xavier got more from the rest of the cast. They had 3 more players in double figures compared to just 1 more for WLA. That was Marcus Christensen with 12. WLA season comes to an end, and it sets up a 5-1 matchup in the pit coming up tonight at 7 between Laconia and this grossly underseeded Xavier squad that really should have been a 2 or a 3 seed. We'll see if Laconia can find some more success defensively against the potent offense of the Hawks. And finally, Lemira moved on with a convincing 60-37 win against Dodgeland. This was also a 4-5 quote-unquote upset. Did not receive stats from this one, but the Lions move on to play top-seeded Partyville on the road tonight. Partyville beat Nakusa 86-51. They're 24-1 on the year and won the Trailways West, averaging 75 points per game. Lemira has been good defensively, especially of late, but that'll get tested tonight as Partyville features 5 players that average more than 12 points per game, led by Brendan Krieger, who averages 17.2 per night. Lemira certainly have to believe they'll have to bring it tonight to pull off another upset. There's a look at last night's action and a preview of a busy 4-game Saturday night around the conference. As always, our basketball scoreboard brought to you by Coal, Oil, and Propane. Check them out at coaloilandpropane.com. We're back Monday to break it all down for you. Lots going on today and another potential trip to state for Laconia. Looking forward to it. For the Flyway Focus Sports Report, I'm Jordan King.